Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today, you will be experiencing my review on the Man of Steel movie. Now, the original plan for me, I was going to make this review on fresh off of fucking Friday, but time got away from me, I forgot. Then I was gonna make it on Saturday, but those of you who know me, I was in no shape to make this video on Saturday for certain reasons, but just trust me on this one. I was not in any kind of shape or form to do the video. But today, I am in that shape and form. So Man of Steel gets a lot of mixed reviews and shit. Quite frankly, I would have to give this movie a solid 7. Because, let's face the facts, there are only so many things you can do with the intro movie to the series, right? Yet somehow Man of Steel manages to make this kind of like entertaining. Like from the first scene where they bring in his dad and shit, it's a fleshed out scene. You get to see Krypton and everything. It's kind of fleshed out. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Especially for a DC movie. Now I know all you fools out here talking about, what are you talking about, Mecha Slash? DC movies are great. Oh really? Well, subtract the Dark Knight series from the DC movies and tell me what you got then. Oh, I'm waiting. Oh, nothing? Okay, anyway. So, yeah, it's pretty good for a DC movie. I recommend going to see it and shit. For some reason, the pacing skips all over the place, you know. You're adult Superman at one time, and you're back to being Clark and everything as he's like a 7-year-old or some shit. You go back to that, and you go back to his adult form. You go back to him being a kid again. You go back to him being an angsty teenager, and you know. Also, I guess I'm going to include some spoilers in here, so I'm going to say it right now. If you don't want to be spoiled, get the fuck out. Yo, Clark's dad died for no good. Died for a dog that died like what 5 years later. How am I supposed to feel bad for this dude when his son could have saved him and he was like, no, I don't want you to show your powers off, son. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Superman can move fast as shit anyway. He could have just gotten his ass and kept running. And it's not like they recognized him, but whatever, it doesn't matter. He died to save a dog and apparently it's worth it. Zod, the villain for this movie, could have had a way better actor than the one they got for this dude. Quite frankly, indubitably, I believe that the guy from Into the Darkness, from the Star Trek movie, the guy who played Khan, Humberbitch, whatever the fuck his name is, Cumberhitch, I don't know, it was some weird fucking last name. That dude would have been a perfect Zod. But instead we get some fucking comedy movie reject for a villain who doesn't even look that cool. I mean, he has a big-ass forehead. I am General Zod. I am the one. I mean, like, come on, man. I don't want to see that. But alas, he wasn't a bad actor. He just looked kind of like a clown. But I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'm not really judging this dude. I'm just saying he looked more like one of Zod's henchmen than Zod himself. But I digress because, quite frankly, the action in this movie was pretty fucking good. When it finally came around to it, like, the best fight in that movie, hands down, was Superman versus the 2 Kryptonians, whatever. I mean, I don't even know if I'm spoiling the movie if you guys are gonna fucking watch it anyway. But, it's a somewhat spoilerific, review I'm doing right here. But, I digress. Fights were good. Now, here's the kicker. I was, like, stuck between whether I should say killer or kicker. But here's the kicker. Superman does the unthinkable in this movie. And even I couldn't have seen it coming. He snapped Zod's neck to save people. Like, these dumbasses were stuck in the corner and Zod's over here shooting his lasers at people like, I'm gonna kill the humans because, you know, Krypton's dead and I'm butthurt. And he's like, oh, I don't think you can do that. And he's like, I'm gonna do it anyway, bro. Too bad, so sad. So he starts doing it. These dumbasses are in a corner. Even though they just like tiptoed out of the way, they would have been saved. But I guess as dumb as Superman is, but Superman is actually smarter in this movie because he actually breaks Zod's neck. He snaps that shit clean off. It's like, ugh. Superman has killed somebody in the first movie. Yeah. And I know all the hardcore comic book fans are all like, Superman doesn't kill. You can't make him kill. Whatever, too bad. He's dead. Superman is a killer. Congratulations. Any rational person would have done the same thing. And I know you guys are just going to be like, well, he didn't have to set it up to be that way. What? Was he going to send him back in that dimension pocket or whatever the fuck they came out of? Or was he going to send him to jail? I don't know any resolution to this. And I mean, it's not like it's Superman 2. He fucking snapped his neck. I was like, yo, you can hear the silence in the audience. Because that's how the day it came out. But you can hear the silence in the audience when that shit happened. Everybody was like, yo, damn. Did he just snap his neck? I believe he did. And I'm sitting here like, damn. Superman is a stone cold killer now. Well, of course, he's not going to kill everyone, but only when he deems it necessary. By the way, whatever happened to that big fat Nappa thing that he was fighting? Did he kill him too? Because I remember him getting punched into a train, but I don't know what else happened to his ass. Did he die? Did Superman kill again? Is Superman a stone cold killer for real? Yo, man. This movie was a 7. Straight out, flat out decent. Wasn't as good as everybody wanted it to be, but I never had such high hopes for it anyway. For a Superman movie, I would say it is pretty fucking good. If you want to see Superman, like, beat the fuck out of somebody, you damn well, you better go see Man of Steel, because that's some nice action scenes. Now, I know these dumbass reviewers are all like, well, you know, why is there so much CG? I don't know whether there's so much CG. I mean, I don't know either, because an alien flying at like, what, Mach 6, you know, punching through rock, shooting lasers out. Yeah, you know, that doesn't require CG at all. Dumbasses. Personally, this is one of the few white men movies that I think has received unfair reviews. Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it a fucking 57? Are you kidding me? Come on now. It was at least a fucking 7, like I said. Sure, at least it was like around the same tier of Amazing Spider-Man. And I love Spider-Man, so I'm not thrashing this movie or nothing, but it was like a 7, 7.5, maybe an 8. Maybe. Oh, that's like my fan. Hey, I'm not even saying it was a bad movie. I was glad they rebooted it and everything. I just know it could have been better. And it will be better for the second one. I mean, I don't expect the first movie of any trilogy to be that good, to be honest with you. Especially like superhero movies in general. They just aren't that good. And I think Amazing Spider-Man and Man of Steel have done well with the first movies. Because Batman Begins is boring as fuck, but I'm trailing off topic right now. Like I said, if you want to see Superman not wearing the underwear, I hear the fans are upset about that. You want to see that? You want to see him kicking ass? You want to see him, for some reason, he gets shaved? He's like full of hair one scene, then he shaves the next. And I'm like sitting there quoting that dumbass Man of Steel commercial. He can run through fire. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes. But how does he shave? I'm sitting there like, how the fuck does he shave? I really have no idea. I really have no idea. This actually feels like a more serious review for me. I mean, maybe I'm just not as funny today, but I feel like I was a little bit more, what's the word? Focused. That's it. There we go. Focused. Okay, there. You want to see all that shit? You want to see an ugly-ass General Zod? You want to see, like I said, Kryptonians just kicking straight ass, man. Damn. I believe this is the movie for you. Now, the ending really doesn't tell us much about what's going to be in the second one. We just know he's going to be working in the Daily Planet now. And I guess that means Lex Luthor is going to be in the next movie. I'm not really that excited for a sequel. I mean, I'll see what happens when it happens. But right now, I'm pretty satisfied with this movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. But it was pretty fucking good. Definitely worth the money I paid. Because I saw The Purge last week. Wanted to purge my ass after seeing that. But this movie is worth your money, and if any of my subscribers are somehow watching this video to the end, I think you should go see it. But then again, that's only me promoting their movie without actually me getting any money for it. But whatever, it's YouTube. It's all about getting ripped off. But that's my review for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, children. Kneel before Zod!